their pockets.
That's right.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 134.
Bring it out.
Deliver me from the oppression of man.
Deliver me from the oppression of man.
So will I keep thy precepts.
So will I keep thy precept. That's the third time that we've heard something about a precept. Right, because it's precept upon precept.
That's right.
That's how we read the Bible.
That's right.
This is how we get our understanding. I have more understanding than my forefathers because I keep thy precepts. That's right. That is exactly right. Right, exactly. Because the Most High God said, I suffer not a woman to teach.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 75.
Bring it out.
Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord God. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves.
That's right. All praises. So if I was to ask you again, sister, what's your nationality? What would you tell me? You tell me that you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. That's right. You're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. All praises. That's right. All praises. All praises. You want Shalom, princess. That's right, man. That's what we out here for, man. We out here to wake us up.
I'm not a queen.
No, queen means whore. Right, that's the derivative of whore, exactly. That's why I call you princess.
You're not the men are the queen.
Right, exactly. All praises.
Right.
She awake, brother. All praises. All praises the water, Yahweh. All praises, man. That's what we out here for, man. We out here to wake us up, man. We out here to let y'all know what it is. The end is near. Like, Esau is the end. We out here letting you know that they stuff is over, man.
Right.
Let me get 2nd Ezra 6 and 8, and then can I get Genesis 25:25?
Fine.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
That's right. Jacob's hand grabbed the heel of Esau, let him know that, okay, you're going to have this reign for a little bit, but this is the end of you. After you, we going to live forever under the law of the Most High God. That the Israelites are going to live forever.
That's right.
For Esau is the end of the world.
For Esau is the beginning of what?
For Esau is the end of the world.
For Esau is going to reign forever?
For Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
That's right. Jacob is the beginning that followeth after Esau. Who runs the world today? Y'all know who it is. Esau running this world today. Whether he be in Russia, whether he be in Germany, whether he be in America, Esau is running the world. The so-called white man. Come on, man. We already know. But like the Bible says, this is the end.
That's right.
This is it for you, Esau. This is your heaven. Live it up now.
Right.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 25.
Bring it out.
And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment.
So we know that they not even white. Y'all lied about that.
That's right.
Y'all's red.
And they called his name Esau.
They call you Esau because it means wasted away.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
That's right. His hand, again, you hearing it again. His hand took hold on Esau's heel, letting him know that your reign is over.
And took hold of Esau's heel. And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she buried them.
Right. Now, Isaac was 80 years old whenever he buried his children. These are his twins. Esau came out first. And he came out red and hairy like a garment. Right. They the hairiest people on the planet. Why you think they call them rednecks?
Right.
Because he came out red.
Right.
Y'all ain't white. Y'all just tried to take white because it's synonymous with good.
Teach up.
And y'all try to tell us we black because it's synonymous with evil.
Right.
But when we cover in different shades of brown.
That's right.
Y'all out here lost, man. We trying to wake you up. Your pastor will let you believe that that's it. Oh yeah, you're a black man, he a white man, that's how it goes. Okay, just send a collection plate around.
Right.
That's why they call dumb dogs. Because they can't bark to warn you. They go to that lake of fire with the beast and his image.
That's right.
This is the enemy that we talking about. We trying to wake y'all up, man. We trying to wake y'all up. Yo, I got a question for you. Your cross right there, what's that represent? It represents who? It represents God and Jesus? I don't think that that's what that represents. I believe that it's an idol. What are the the two biggest religions in the world today? Would it be Christianity and Islam? Wouldn't it be? Those are two big, huge religions in the world today, aren't they? Okay, and wood be represented as Christianity, the cross, and stone would be like Islam, right? That rock. So those would be idols, right? This is just letting you know that it's true. That didn't happen by accident. Here, let's bring it out.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 18.
Bring it out.
What profiteth the graven image?
What profiteth that cross?
That the maker thereof hath graven it.
Somebody made that thing.
The molten image and the teacher of lies.
A molten image and a teacher of lies.
That the maker of his work trusted therein to make dumb idols.
Make dumb idols.
Woe unto him that saith to the wood, awake, to the dumb stone, arise, it shall teach. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver.
Is that not gold and silver?
And there is no breath at all in the midst of it.
So that means that they thing ain't even alive for you to be able to do anything for you. The Most High made us. That has nothing to do with that has nothing to do with an idol. That is an idol that you're wearing on your chest. Okay, my question: if you had a friend, right, and your friend gets shot by a 9mm, you gonna wear a 9mm bullet on your chest to represent him because he was killed with that? Exactly. It's a dumb idol.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 25.
Bring it out.
The graven images of their gods shall he burn with fire.
The graven images shall be burned with fire.
Thou shalt not desire the silver or the gold that is on them.
Right.
Nor take it unto thee, lest there be a snare therein. For it is an abomination to the Lord thy God.
You know what abomination means? It means it's something that he hates.
Right.
That idol is an abomination unto the Lord thy God. He hates that thing. He never told us to wear those things. That was told to us by man. And you know we don't listen to man. Can I get Acts 5:29? Because the man will have you do whatever he wants you to do because he gonna make money off of that graven image.
Right.
Not the Most High God. He ain't gonna make no money off of that.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29. Then Peter and the apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
Now I should listen to the dude that made my cross.
We ought to obey God rather than men.
I should put one of those on my chest right now.
We ought to obey God rather than men.
We ought to obey who? God rather than man, right? And God said that that's a dumb idol and that thing is not going to profit you anything.
Right.
But Peter and the other apostles said we ought to obey God rather than man.
Right.
That dumb idol is not going to help anybody. It's not awake. It can't save you. If you were to trip right now and fall in the street and the bus was coming, your cross ain't going to pick you up out the street. No.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
For in the old time also, when the proud giants perished, the hope of the world governed by the hand escaped in a weak vessel and left to all ages a seed of generation. For blessed is the wood whereby righteousness cometh, but that which is made with hands is cursed.
That's right, because it's made by somebody else, so it's cursed. And you said earlier, who made us? No man made us.
Right.
We were made by the Most High God.
That's right.
We were not made by man, so it's cursed. This tree right here was made by the Most High God, not that cross.
Right. Right.
So it's cursed.
But that which is made with hands is cursed, as well it as he that made it.
And the man that made that cross is also cursed, but he's still getting paid from it.
He, because he made it, and it, because being corruptible, it was called God.
Right. And what do they tell you is on that cross? It represents who? It's a symbol of what? You just said it's a symbol of what? God. So they're basically trying to say, this is God. This is why God said it is cursed. But this is why he said it's cursed, because we just read in the Bible that that's what it is.
Right.
For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto God.
Right. So it's hateful unto God. That's actually an abomination unto the Most High God. And with you knowing that, you're still going to wear it as you walk down the street, aren't you? Yes. So that what would that make you then? What a hypocrite, right? And what does God hate?
Right.
For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of God they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men and a snare to the feet of the unwise.
Right.
For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
Spiritual fornication, you know what that means? What does that mean? It means that you're believing in other things other than God once you come into that idol. And like you said, you said yourself that you'd be a hypocrite.
God made us all, baby. We're all equal.
No, that is not true either. That's not true either.
I gotta go. My daughter has father's love. But hold on a minute. I'm gonna tell you one thing. It is a great subject. I tell people, it doesn't, not looking at a religion.
We're not worried about religion, because this ain't religion. Bring it out.
I know.
For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by the vainglory of men they enter into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end.
That's right.
When we die, we're all gonna face God.
No, not everybody's going to die either.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 96, verse 4. For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens.
That's right.
That's right. That is right. How you doing, brother? You know your nationality according to the Bible?
Nah, bro,
You see yourself on the sign anywhere?
I ain't really trying. I'm just listening. I just want to hear you out, bro.
What was you gonna say? You ain't trying to what?
I'm just trying to hear you
Well,
out.
what if you hear something, right, and it brings more than you just hearing, and it actually opens up something to something that you had no idea of?
Okay.
Wouldn't you want to know that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I'm asking. Do you see yourself on this sign?
Teacher!
See over here, this is the biblical names that the Most High God would give us, and over here is what man would call us. You see yourself on that sign at all?
I'm African American and I'm Indian.
So what would your father be?
African American.
He would be a so-called black man.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So your father being a so-called black man, that means you come from the tribe of Judah?
Absolutely.
Because it's by the seed of thy father.
Right.
It's not by the seed of the mother like America tells us. It's by the seed of your father. And most of us don't even know our father. That's one of the curses in Deuteronomy.
Zebulon?
Okay? So you being from the tribe of Judah would mean that you have the same bloodline flowing through you that Christ has flowing through him.
Right!
You have his blood in you.
But didn't Judah,
No, yeah.
not Judah, but the people Judah.
You would be a Judite according to the Bible.
Right.
So you are the same as Christ. You have the blood of Christ flowing through you.
So why is it? So it's just a coincidence that the dude that did whatever he did.
You talking about Judas?
Judah.
Yes, not Judah.
Okay.
Okay, Judas.
He the one that sold
Judas
himself
is the one that sold Christ out for 30 pieces of silver. Right, and then he went and hung himself because he knew what he did was wrong.
And he tried to
Not
get the money
Judah,
back.
but Judas. Now, there's more than one Judas as well. But we're not even speaking of him because he already done his due diligence of being evil. He already did his wickedness. And then went and put himself to death because he knew. He even tried to get the money back. But he know that he was wrong. But no, you from the tribe of Judah, which is one of Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, because it means prince of power with God.
Right.
That's what the name Israel means. It means that you are a prince with power from God.
Right!
You don't even know that. They tell us that we nothing. They call us African American. That's two separate continents, man, that were made up by two white men.
Right.
Leo Scipio Africanus is how you get Africa, who defeated Hannibal in the Second Punic Wars. And then you got Americana Vespucci, who was above Columbus, and he came over here and destroyed the so-called native Indians, which were actually Israelites, and took our land.
You got a card
brother. At the bottom of that, WFI, that's the Watchman for Israel. Go ahead and look that up on YouTube. All right, man, we out here to wake our people up, man. That's what we out here for. Yeah, see, like I said, you're going to come over and use like I wasn't really trying. Now, try. Go onto that website and find out who you are. Find out what bloodline is going through your body.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 13.
Bring it out!
My son, eat thou honey, because it is good, and the honeycomb, which is sweet to thy taste. So shall the knowledge of wisdom be unto thy soul.
That's right.
When thou hast found it, then there shall be a reward, and thy expectation shall not be cut off.
That's right. As honey is sweet to you, so is the word to us.
Right.
As honey is good to you, so is the word to us.
Right.
This word is not for everybody.
That's right.
There's a chosen seed. There's a chosen people that have this word put out for them. But your enemy tried to hide it from you. Your enemy tried to tell you it was something else, and that this book was for everybody. But then whenever you read the book the way it was supposed to, precept upon precept, they hate it.
Right.
The book of Job, chapter 34, verse 2.
Bring it out.
Hear my words, O ye wise men, and give ear unto me, ye that have knowledge. For the ear trieth words, as the mouth tasteth meat.
That's right.
Let us, let us choose to us judgment. Let us know among ourselves what is good.
Right. Let us know among ourselves what is good. Because just as meat is good to you, the word is good to us.
That's right.
It feeds you. That's why the Most High said that man don't live by bread alone. This is food. This is spiritual food. This is spiritual water. That's what we're trying to do out here. We're trying to wake y'all up and feed you, Israel.
That's right.
You are children. Christ had two favorite drinks. He said one was wine, one was milk.
Teach up.
He was out here drinking his wine and he drank his milk.
Teach.
Because he was out here with knowing that he was going to die, but he was going to take care of himself and the rest of his children first.
That's right.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Ho, every one that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yea, come buy wine and milk without money and without price.
That's right. You come get this wine and this milk right here. It don't cost you nothing.
Right.
No money, no price, but you can fill up on it.
You guys do know what a Moor is, right?
But we've heard of the Moors.
But you do know what they are.
I've heard of the Moors.
And what they created, right?
Sort of.
They are who we are.
Okay.
The same thing that you're screaming in the street, but I agree with you. Don't think that I disagree.
Go ahead.
But the Moors were the ones who taught plumbing and everything to the...
Right, because we created everything.
Yes.
We the greatest people in the world.
But I'm saying, though, do you know what who a Moor is?
I know what the Moor is, and they got the little... That's where
No,
the
they don't
Flintstones...
have no-
That's where the Flintstones took their hat.
No.
They stole everything from us.
No, it's not.
The Moors don't wear the little red hat with the tassel on it.
Really look in the dictionary and look it up.
Okay, now wait.
Moors are black
Before
folks.
I understand that, but before we
The
get
Moors
into that,
are a black culture
what's
that
that?
created.
What are we getting to?
No, I'm agreeing.
Okay,
I'm agreeing with you, my friend.
right.
But I'm just
so
saying.
you're telling me that the Moors were Israelites?
No, the Moors were not. I don't know what the Moors were, but they were black.
So they
And
were Israelites.
They were from the African descendant.
They were from the African descent.
Descendant of our color and
Okay,
our culture.
let me get what is it?
I'm-
Exodus 11 and 7.
No, I'm
believe
just saying.
Can I get a
know.
left?
I just asked a question.
I know. But
Look
I'm
up what a
not
Moor
gonna
is.
answer with my words.
What they
Moors
call
are black.
Right.
Yeah.
Black man. We are the Moors. That's right. All
Right,
right.
but they don't come from African descendants.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell
They
you
are
why.
African.
Let me tell you why. Let me explain why. Right, but they're not African.
Right, we're not African. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 7, verse...
What is a Moor?
It means black man,
This is the book...
but it don't mean African.
Okay, well, I'm
All right,
not
listen.
disagreeing with you guys.
Right. I'm not.
I agree not to disagree.
Okay.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7. But against the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
That's right. That means nobody talk bad about us.
Against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord do put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Right. He put a difference between the so-called Africans and the so-called black
I
man.
understand, but I just want to know.
If we knew who the Moors
that
were.
we're saying that we all are culture.
Right.
A Moor is the black man who was one of the most educated and one of the most
Right.
medical men out there, right?
So what they
No,
did
I'm
is the
just
Moor
asking
came
a
from the
question.
Israelites.
Right.
The Moors come from the Israelites, so we
The
were
Moors
Israelite.
came from the Israelites.
Right. We were Israelite first.
I was never disagreeing with
Right.
you.
I know you're not.
What
but
I
we're
did
just
was ask you a
clarifying.
question.
Okay.
See, now, every time that this is our problem, as me being 50 years old, and you being your age, this is our problem.
I'm 43.
I'm saying this
I'm right
is our.
behind
I'm
you.
saying this is our problem.
What's the problem?
We cannot agree to
I'm
disagree.
I don't want to disagree with you.
I'm
I
not-
want to be on the same accord.
See how you arguing?
I'm not arguing.
What I was saying, I asked a question.
Okay.
And you went straight to your book, and I do understand that you went straight to the book to explain.
Right, because
what
I'm
you
not
were
going to
saying.
come out my mouth.
I understand. But all I'm saying is that I agree with everything that you're saying.
Right, and I'm just letting you know
And I
that
just wanted you to know that
I was putting
was
clarification on
reminding
it that
everybody
yes,
about the Moors.
that we are the
That's all
so-called
I said.
yes, that we are the so-called
But
black
I
man,
agree
but
with
we're not
everything you're
African.
saying.
Right, right. The
I
Africans,
agree with-
the Africans
I
are our
agree.
enemy.
So what? We're Iran.
No, we are
Right.
Israel.
Well, Israel is like over there in Iran.
Right, from Jerusalem. Right, that would be the eastern part of so-called Africa. But before it was Africa, that a
So the
so-called white
promised
man
land was
named
where
it
do
that.
we find it at?
That would be Jerusalem.
So we want to go find it over there.
It's in Israel
Okay.
today, and that's why that so-called white man.
agreeing with you.
Right, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we on the same track. Did you get a flyer?
Yeah. Huh?
Did you get you a flyer? Some more
Well,
itinerary,
I
let
mean,
you know
'cause
what's
ain't
what.
nobody called me lately. Oh,
That's
wait,
all right.
a flyer. Oh,
Flyer.
That was a joke.
Right here, right here at the bottom. That's our website.
Hey,
You're
man,
familiar with
trust me.
YouTube, right?
Trust me. No, I'm not. I'm 50 years old.
Okay,
I
well-
don't give two shits about
But
YouTube.
now,
but I believe
now
in what you
YouTube,
speak.
but YouTube, but on
Yes,
YouTube,
YouTube did too.
right?
But I
YouTube.
believe in what you're saying. And
Right.
I believe in you. It's not I agree.
No.
I just like to clarify some
Right,
stuff.
that's why I wanted to clarify and go into the
So
book, let
to
you know.
talk to you guys means that I feel good about myself.
All
See, I heard
praises.
this when the Ricardo used to go on when I was younger. I used to love to get a little bit because I love to speak, even if I could give a little knowledge,
Right.
get a little knowledge
Right.
to understand.
Right.
Now there ain't no problem helping when you can help.
Right, but we only help our own.
Ain't no doubt. No, we don't.
Yes, we
what
do.
we need to do is start helping our own.
Only our own.
Notice
That's right.
that.
That's
It's
what
not,
we need to help.
That's not what we do.
No, I mean us.
It's what we
I mean
need
us.
to start doing.
I mean not as
we
not
need
as
to
the
start
whole
helping
culture
our
of the
own.
so-called black
I'm
man.
gonna tell you this, man.
I know that's the problem.
I'm gonna put it down to you.
And we got a precept
We
for it.
need to help us.
The book
right.
of the book
Help
of
each other.
the
right.
book of
You
Sirach.
can yell at all you want.
The
I
book-
said we need to help.
listen.
The book of Sirach, chapter 32,
Sirach,
and
that's
verse
a drink,
3.
ain't
Bring it out.
Speak thou that art
But that's
the
a rock
elder,
to drink.
for it becometh thee.
You
But
ain't
with
paying
sound
attention.
judgment, and hinder not music. Pour not out words where there is a musician.
Hey, I bet you
And
any
show
money
not
when the
forth
Lord
will.
got his
Hold on,
boys,
Hold on,
he
Elder.
didn't go get his
Hold on,
boys
listen,
to talk
listen.
that. No, seriously. If you want to talk to your boys, talk to them right. You screaming scripture, right?
Right.
Speak real.
This
Let
is
them
real.
know you-
This is the realest
Right.
ever. There
So
is
who
nothing
wrote
realer.
that?
There is nothing
Who
realer.
wrote it? Who is
The
who is
Israelites,
author?
the Moors,
Who's
the Moors. Israelites.
you
Okay,
know.
so listen.
I was the one who
The
said
book
it.
of the book
But
of
they
Sirach,
came later.
I ain't never drinking again until
Listen,
later on.
listen.
the book of Sirach, chapter 32, and
at
verse
them, they
3.
Bring it out.
Speak thou that art the elder, for it becometh thee, but with sound judgment, and hinder not music. Pour not out words where there is a musician, and show not forth wisdom out of time.
Right.
So y'all don't listen to music?
That's not what that meant.
Well,
What it
explain
said
to
is
me.
about the
Explain
musician
it to
is.
me as if I was a
Listen.
4-year-old.
Okay, listen. I can't
No,
do that, but I'm
explain it
explaining
to
to
me
you
as if I
as
was-
if you're the 50-year-old that's standing
No,
up
no,
there.
four.
The
I
musician would
wanna
be
hear it.
the men that are speaking out of the word. That's the musician. That's the music
did he
here.
say?
And you are just coming up talking, and you don't have anything backing that.
No, I
That would
agree
just be
with
the.
you guys,
That's
though.
fine that you agree, but we're trying to give you clarification on what's going on throughout right here. Okay, the musician is the word coming out. Okay, and then you're coming up just talking about the Moors when we're actually on the same page. We're on the right track and the right train, but you're trying to
Hey,
say it as
don't
if we're
look
not.
directly in their eyes and y'all get hungry.
We already know what that is. But that's what we up here teaching too.
Right. That's right.
That's why we're trying to wake our people up. But we're
Right.
trying to let you know who you are according to the Bible, not just according to talking.
I'm just sitting there, but you know what? I'm not shooting no jab. I just love talking.
It's good.
And I love feeling what I
Now
feel.
I want you to love going on that YouTube page and looking up who we are so you can find out who you are and know and be expounded further
You
than
might
just the
not know.
more.
You might not
Because you're
know.
going to get much more if you actually go into the Bible.
Right.
Funny is you might not know who I am, and when you find out, you're gonna crack up.
I might.
Yes,
But-
you will.
Shalom, King.
Whoa.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth.
Love what?
Love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth.
That's right.
Think of the Lord with a good heart, and in simplicity of heart seek him.
That's right. In simplicity of heart. That means you ain't got to go dig all deep trying to find out what's this, what's that. In simplicity of heart. Meaning simple. In simple ways. That this way it's not grievous. Because we were on the same page. But he's like, hey, let's find out who the Moors are. We need to know this. But come to find out that the Moors are Israel.
Right.
That's what that means. But he didn't want to hear that part. He just wanted to speak. But when a musician is coming out, not to speak over the musician.
Right.
You over here speaking over the words, the song that is coming to the Most High when you're not supposed to. You're supposed to just be listening. It don't matter if you're 50, 60, 70, 80. You still have ears to hear. Listen.
Right.
You ain't supposed to just be out here talking and running your mouth because you learned a little something. You ain't gonna be up here forever teaching about the Moors. We gonna be up here until the Most High cracks that sky speaking about the Israelites, though.
That's right.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High.
What the Bible say?
Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High.
That means shut the hell up.
And be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil.
That's right, because you don't consider that you're doing evil. You think you got a little bit of knowledge and then you're doing a little bit. The Most High said, keep thy foot, which means shut your mouth. Be quiet. Be more ready to listen to the words than to be spitting out foolish things.
Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High. For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few.
Right, and you over here talking about something, you just gonna read out that book, you go, nah, the Most High is in heaven, and we're here on earth. So be more ready to hear about what the Most High God says than what you think that you know. When we don't know nothing, we'll be knowing our butt from a hole in the ground. Like, oh, is that me? No, it's not. But listen to the words of the Most High God. We ain't worried about what a man knows. This is why we come out with Acts 5:29. We listen to God rather than man.
Right.
And we out here trying to wake us up. We ain't trying to compare our sizes on each other. We ain't trying to see, oh, is my appendage bigger than yours?
Right.
No. We just trying to wake our people up.